Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 12.1 Notes, Day 2. Today we are continuing our discussion about simplifying rational expressions. Our learning target today is to be able to simplify rational functions by factoring first. Now, the directions tell us to simplify the following rational expressions if possible, and then to show all of your work. So, let's zoom on in and take a look at number 1. So, for number 1, we need to see if we can factor anything. And since it's a monomial, which means there's no separation of plus or minus, we can go straight into simplifying, okay? So our answer is still going to be a fraction, but let's look at the top. Can we reduce 75 and 125? We can. We can divide it by 25 and we get 3/5. Okay, now look at your x's. Who wins, the top or the bottom? Well, the top wins, and the top wins by 4. All right, and finally, the y's. Who wins, the top or the bottom? Whew, excuse me. All right, well, the bottom wins, and the bottom wins by 2. So the final way to say that, it's just exactly how it's written. I'm just making it look all nice and in one color, is 3x to the 4th over 5y squared. And since we can't reduce anything else, we're just going to put it in our box. All right, number 2. Now, the top we can change because this tells us how many of the base we have. So that means we have 2x minus 4s, and we're not going to FOIL it out because we don't want that. We want it in factored form. We want it to look the way it does. Okay, now, is there anything that we can cancel out? And that answer is yes. Okay, we can cross out the x minus 4 and the x minus 4 because they are exactly the same. Okay, with the binomial, you can only cancel them out if they are 100% exactly the same. And those aren't, because we're left with x minus 4 and x plus 4. So since they're not 100% exactly the same, that's our answer. Okay. Number 3. Now 3, we have to break it down a little bit, okay? We have to simplify both the top and the bottom, okay? So the top, we can take out a GCF, and that GCF is 2. So then we're left with 2 times x minus 2. So that's what I'm going to write, 2x minus 2. Now the bottom, we have 4x minus 6. And we can take out a GCF there. We can take out a 2. So the 2 comes out front, and then we're left with 2x minus 3. Now, is there anything we can cancel out? Yeah, you can cancel the x's, and then what you're left with is x minus 2 and 2x minus 3. All right, first, let's look at the top. We have 4x minus 8. So you're asking yourself, can you take out a GCF? And the answer is yes, you can take out a 4. So the 4 comes out front, and you're left with x minus 2. And now the nice thing is the bottom is already factored for us. So now, is there anything that we can cancel out or simplify? And the answer is yes. And what does that change to? 4 divided by 2, well 4 divided by 2 is 2. X minus 2, and on the bottom we still have the x minus 4, x minus 1. We keep those the exact same. We can't cancel anything out, so we don't change any of it. All right, number 5. The top. We have 6x cubed minus 42x. What's the GCF? Okay, well, you can take out a 6x. And when you take out a 6x, you're left with x squared minus 7. And then the bottom, we can't do anything with that. All right, so the first thing we look at is the 6 and the 36. Well, that reduces to 1/6. Okay? Now your x's cancel out. And then on the top, well, since we have another thing, we don't have to keep the 1 there. We have x squared minus 7. Now, can we simplify the x squared minus 7? Factor it, reduce it anymore? No, we can't. So our final answer is x squared minus 7 over 6. All right, number 6. Let's take a look at the top. Now the top, it's a binomial with subtraction. That is the difference of 2 squares. Okay? Which means that I can square root both of those. And by following that pattern, the square root of x squared is x. The square root of 25 is 5. And I make one a plus and the other a minus. So let's rewrite that so it looks nice. And is there anything that cancels out? The answer is yes. We can cancel out the x plus 5s. And then we're left with x minus 5, x minus 3. And since those are only binomials, we do not need the parentheses there. Okay? And remember, we can't cancel the x's out because it's a binomial. They have to be 100% exactly the same. All right, number 7. Number 7, the top. Once again, the top is the difference of 2 squares. Okay? So we have to square root both of those, and then we get x plus 3, x minus 3. Now, the bottom. The bottom is going to be a little bit more work, because we have x squared plus 7x plus 12. So, this is where we would take the multiples of 12, or the factors of 12, I'm sorry, and find out which ones add up to get to 7 and multiply to get to 12. Okay, what'd you get? How about 3 and 4? Okay, so we split the middle term. Take out the GCF of the front. You guys should be very good at this by now. We're left with x plus 3 and x plus 3. So that means we did it right. So our binomial is x plus 4 and x plus 3. So over here, x plus 4, x plus 3. Okay, and can we cancel anything out? Yep, we can cancel out our plus 3's. And then we get, as our final answer, x minus 3 and x plus 4. So always try and factor everything out, 100%. All right, the top, you're looking for numbers that add up to get to 6 and multiply to get to 9. And it should be 3 and 3. I'm being very nice for doing this for you guys because you should be able to do this. Okay? We're taking on a positive 3 from the back. And we get x. We're left with x plus 3. We took out a 3, x plus 3, and our two binomials are x plus 3 and x plus 3. Let's make that look like a 3. Okay, can anything cancel out? Yes, it can. The x plus 3's cancel. And then what we're left with is x plus 3, x minus 1. Can I cancel those x's out like that? No, because they are not perfectly the same binomials. Okay? Last one, number 9. Go ahead and pause the video, and you are going to factor the x squared minus 2x minus 8. Okay, so when you're done factoring, this should be what you get. And now, the x minus 4 and the x minus 4 cancel, and the x plus 2 and the x plus 2 cancel. So what do we get? Well, just remember, when 3 is divided by 3, our answer is 1. When x is divided by x, our answer is 1. So when all of that cancels out, our answer is 1. Okay? Now, if you have any other specific questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. Otherwise, that's it for Algebra 1, Chapter 12.1 Notes, Day 2. Thanks for watching.